my topic's teenage pregnancy. The angle I want to be taking this on is the negative points of becoming pregnant, and how it affects a teenager's life, because it interrupts their education, because they have to be a full-time mother to the child. But I'm not sure which angle I actually want to take this on, because it's that angle, and it's the one where I want to look at it whether condoms should be sold to teenagers. And that's going to be my unique selling point, because I want to try and make teenagers more aware, to be responsible for their own actions, so they know what they're doing rather than just going into it. Because nowadays people don't think about it as much as they will. I don't know if they used to, but they don't think about it, and that's something that really needs to be thought about. Because nowadays you just go to a party and then get drunk and then do whatever. Yeah, that's one I want to be debating about as well, whether condoms should be sold, so it will lower the chance of teenagers becoming pregnant. I'm going to be doing this by interviewing people from the clinic, a lady from the clinic, there's one in Romford and there's one in Ilford, but I'm not sure which one I'm going to be doing it from. And I want to talk to someone from the Family Planning Association, so they can tell me a bit about what kinds of people they get in there and how they overcome the situation. The structure and running order. I want to have my opening sequence with showing facts and figures, so that will grab the attention of the audience. So it could just show them a bit about how much it's risen by, and then I want to introduce by me presenting it outside the clinic and telling them a bit about what I'm going to be telling them about, what's going to be included in the documentary. And then I'm going to have an interview with an expert. I'm thinking of someone from the clinic to tell me again a bit about what kinds of people they get and how they help them, because they're teenagers at the moment. They're obviously going to have to tell their parents and stuff, and how the parents overcome the situation. Yeah, and then the segment 4, I will show vox pops. I'll ask a question. I think the question I'm going to ask is whether condoms should be sold to teenagers, 11 and 16. I think because they start about age of 14, I might ask them about the age of 14 if they should start be sold then. And then I'm going to interview someone who's been pregnant and has experienced something like this, tell them a bit about how they felt and how they overcome it, and whether it was a good thing or whether now they think about whether they should have had an abortion or something. And then yeah, that's a bit like segment 4, but I need to see how I'm going to work through that one. Yeah, and then I'm going to close it by summarising what I've just spoken about within the documentary and the importance of unsafe sex. The ages between 16 and 24, I think it should be, I think that's the right age, but I think it does need to be a little bit lower because of people start quite young. And the genders both male and female, because I want a wide audience, and I'm going to make it relate. So that how I'm making it relate is the way I'm bringing in the condoms, because obviously it will relate both to male and female rather than just the female when she becomes pregnant. Yeah, the location is in the UK. Interested in socialising, partying, going out, and what most teenagers do. They're most likely going to be unemployed, and the ethnicity, I'll make it appeal to all ethnicities, so I'll have a wide audience. They're all most likely going to be in education, because obviously they're still, whether they're in GCSEs, A-levels or university. The disposable income will be round about £50 to £400. This is because of if you're living at home, you're bound to spend something, whether it's 40 quid, 50 quid a week at least. Obviously it varies if you go to university, because you're going to need to spend more. The socioeconomic group is between C and E, because it's mostly students, I think, and it will have a niche audience. I had loads of ways of researching when I researched when I done my researching. I had loads of ways. I had loads of facts and figures, questionnaires, focus group, and textual analysis. This really helped me because I got an understanding of what how my audience are, and like what they're interested in. Most of it was quite similar. Technical viability. I'll have a camera, obviously, a battery. This is all the main stuff that's going to be needed. This is all for the actual filming. A Mac I'm going to be needed for editing after. DVD I'm going to need to record all my stuff into. This is my crew. I'll be filming. My voiceover is going to be Dilraj. I've got friends and people that I'm going to know who's going to be in mine to help me film it. I'll be the director. Presenting, I don't know if it's me or Dilraj. And editing I'll be doing as well. Practical viability. I'm going to be including archive footage of, I think everybody knows about this, when the 13-year-old boy was told that he was a dad. While I'm going to be when I'm going to be interviewing, or I think I'll have it after, but I'm not sure where I'm going to have it, but I'll include that archive footage of when he was, when everybody found out that he was the dad of the 14-year-old girl, I think it was 16-year-old girl. I'm not going to be really needing props. If I do need anything, I think it will just be to show a pack of condoms, and then that's really it. I doubt I need anything else. I think there is a similar documentary like this. It's Underage and Pregnant, I think it's called, comes on BBC 3. But it's similar, but not so similar, because I'm looking at the angle of be safe at a younger age, whether condom, because my unique selling point is selling condoms at a younger age. So mine's more of the condom side, where it appeals to both male and female, whereas I think Underage and Pregnant, it looks more into just the female side, because it has them a lot more on camera than both genders. I'm not really going to need to be spending much on this either, apart from travel fare. Yeah, that's about it. And yeah, I'm going to be putting this on about 9:30, because I think I don't think it should be on any earlier because of the contents of it. At the same time, it's the world's strictest parents that comes on, but hopefully, yeah, that's what comes on.